Hello, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Rosalia, and I'm that occasional YouTube video person. I don't do many videos, constantly. It's when I feel like it and when I have something nice to share. So tonight I do have something interesting to share. I don't know how many of you all have homemade recycled paper. I made homemade recycled paper like in the mid-year last year. I made a stack. This is what I have now because I gave some away. I wasn't able to sell it, but I gave some away. And this is what I still have. So I had gotten into doing these, what you all call artist trading cards. I wasn't sure if I can call them artist trading cards because mine are not the 2.5 by 3.5 or the 2.5 by 3, whatever it is. Mine are 3.5 by 5. They're this size. And I started with these photo paper. It's a photo paper that's not glossy, sort of like medium glossy paper. So I started with that because I had it was free and there was huge pages. So I cut them in usable sizes because I don't do everything. I don't do things big. So I started with these, and this is this journal. I guess you can call it a journal. It is a photo book. I just bought one. I just bought another one. Oh, it's facing me in my face. Okay, I just bought this one today, and it comes with a face and cover, but I'll probably take that cover off, do something else to it, and make it my own, right? So I bought these photo books, and I call it now my artist card journal because it holds about it's 18 pages and it's double, so it's about 36 of these cards, and I'm just loving it. I'm so hooked. Okay, and these are all from those photo pieces of paper that I have. I fold this up, and I was just still in the mood in doing these artist cards that I jumped right into my recycled paper because it was right across there in my room by the window, just staring at me. And I said, well, let me see what I can do with these, because I made it at the time with no plan, but it was just the excitement of making it, being able to make it. I had a blender in the garage. I was old, we weren't using it anymore, but it was usable, and plenty of paper. So I went at it. You just need water in the paper, right? In the blender. Oh, and a decal. So anyway, I did these, and they've been sitting there. Okay, so what I've done, and I'm so excited because I am so hooked, and I wanted to show you what you can do with your recycled paper. And the only thing I caution you with is don't wet it really wet, because it will break up on you if you mess with it. So if you're going to use something really wet, let it dry, or try to work in a different area, but you can't wet it too much because it will crumble on you, mess up. So this is what I've done so far with that, and it turns out so beautiful. And what I like about it is that it has a lot of texture, this paper. I'll show you the back. And I glued, I painted, I missed it, and I was able to do all of that. Even that border, I was able to do some embossing also. Let me see if I can just show you the embossing one. I've embossed on it. Oh, here, this one is one of my favorites, let me tell you. And I did a half of a butterfly. Now with embossing, because of all the texture that this paper has, don't expect a clear image. If you want a clear image, you can just go ahead and fill it in with a marker. But other than that, you will not get a clear image. Do I like that? Absolutely. Because I'm a mixed media, an abstract artist, and it doesn't matter to me. Okay, so I did some of this, which this is like a 3-dimensional paint. Love this stuff. 3-dimensional paint. Hold on, let me get that glare out. Okay, and I like it. I like it a lot. So this was so colorful. I did a lot of misting, some inks from my pad just with my finger. I did that. I did some stamping, and it was just so colorful that I came to a halt And I said, well, I don't want to cover any of that beauty. So I took that 3D paint and I started doing some white. And I like it just the way it is. So I'm going to leave it just like that unless I come up with something else. But right now, I got a little embossing with a little glitter. I got all that black and I got some white in there and greens and teals, little blues. And I like it. So to me, this card is done. I've also made this one here, and what I tend to do is leave those rough edges alone. Okay, I measure it so like I can have those rough edges. Now I can't have those rough edges in all four corners because of the way I have to cut it, right? I haven't come up with something yet. But I like the idea that it has some even areas and some really textured and rough edges. And then I took my watercolor black and just let it soak in the ink. And that's how I did this area here. And just glued things, just stuff. Again, I'm abstract. So little pieces of cut up edges of what you would normally throw away. I use it. So and I come up with nice images like this that I like. I stop when I feel like it's complete. Sometimes it's a simple layout, and sometimes they're really busy. Okay, sometimes they're busy. So I did some stamping. This is text paper, and I kind of made a mountain or something there. And these are ideas that I get from other YouTubers, and they're just excellent. Okay, so you can really do a very nice layout. And with these here, I took and I filled it in some, and I added some more loops to it because that's what it called for. If it didn't, I would have left it just the way it prints. I also did, let's see if I have another one in here. Also, then these are the unfinished, unfinished, because if I like it the way it is, I'm going to leave it. But I thought I'd just go ahead and fill up my book, and I'll take them out as I want them to when I do my art. So, and these are a few. Now with this particular paper, I left it as whole, and then I cut it into the size. This one too was another one. They turned out so beautiful. And I also did some tissue on it. This is tissue. Okay, sorry for the glare. This is tissue, little pieces of cut text paper I put on it. All these flowers are part of the paper when I made it, because you can add dry flowers to your mush of paper, of water and paper, and it just sticks to it. So, but what I've done was, just added the paint. A lot of my paper already has color, and I added some mist with shimmer, and it just looks fabulous. I did some sewing to this one today. I thought I'd do some sewing, so I did those edges that way. I kind of like it, and so forth. Okay, so this one has a nice shimmer to it. You can't see it because of the glare, but this one has a nice shimmer to it. So what I wanted to show you is how I've used my recycled paper. What I normally would start with is with any kind of mist, something interesting. I mean, this was a nice off-white paper. It's a white paper. It turned out to be white. And what I'm using here is Lindsay's spray. I have to tell you, this is so powerful that I regret adding all the water to this completely, because after I shook this up and shook it really good, I put a little bit like this high of this liquid in here. Then I filled it with water. It is still powerful. It is so still dark. Okay. So what I do with this paper is just put in some, spray some of whatever shimmer I might have. I like this. Oh, this one is not. This one is good. Let me throw some of this in here. I should have shook these before, because this has a lot of shimmer, and this is the Recollection. This is the Recollection. I had this forever. I mean, I go through YouTube, and sometimes they use something that I said, oh, I have that. So I ended up in the last week or two since I started this, take out all my old stuff. Oh, this one kind of, it's an opaque. This is all, it's kind of opaque, you know. I should have just gone with the swipe that way, but it's okay. It's okay. This one is a nice high shimmer. So there I am. I just take and I spray all kinds of mist, and with, you know, being careful that I don't overdo it. This one is a nice one, and let me tell you, you need hairspray. If you're gonna use a shimmer, you need some kind of cheap hairspray to set it. Otherwise, every time you mess around with the paper, it's gonna be on your finger. So I just mist away. Ooh, look at that. I like that. Right there. Okay. I've also, you know, like I said, I've also stamped on it. I'm gonna use this stamp. I don't know what the name of it is, but all of these types of mixed media images are on this, and I just love it. I'm gonna use this one. I haven't used this one on that, and let me just take really quick the black one over here, because that has already those colors, and I'm gonna just press on here without even you know, the platform, and I'm gonna go, and you know, you get this nice image. Mixed media, easiest thing. What's on this table, I'm gonna, and oh, another thing about this paper, very absorptive. As you can see, look how that shimmer mist that I just used went right through, but it's there. And I'm gonna have to take and let's see, which way am I going? I'm going this way with this, right? And then I'm gonna quickly use this one here. This is a circle one, also really cool. Really cool. The images don't have to be full, and you know, you're not gonna get a complete clear image. Okay, I used that one. Let's use this one. This one's like a little splatter. And then what I do after I'm satisfied really is just take and measure out. I just take one of my other cards. Measure out how many cards I can get. Like I can get 1, 2, 3. I can get 4 out of this sheet. Sometimes my sheets are a little smaller and I might not get a complete 4, but I can get 3. Out of here I get 4. And then after I'm done, see, this is very weak right now because it's wet. You have to be very careful. After I'm done designing my paper, that's when I cut it. And that's when it turns out like these. And like this one here that has, it's the same page. Where is it? These two. All right. And so right now what I'll do is I'll continue, and again, bossing, and look at these liquid pearls. I got my glasses and I still can't see. The liquid pearls, I've had these forever and they're still good. I just used it on something. I used it on one of my pages and I love it. Oh, I used it here. These little dots here, liquid pearl. This color. I used this color. I went to Michael's today, but they didn't have nice colors. They had these, you know, light pink, light purple. I didn't like those. But yeah, liquid pearl. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I hope that you like what I'm showing you here. Also, I'm just gonna, you know, lightly take my pad, get some of that red in here. This is the archival ink. I love these inks. They're pretty good. My time is almost over. So I hope that you have some recycled paper if you don't make some, and then you can really go and have fun. So my table is busy because I've been having fun. It's usually not like this, honestly. Well, have a good night. Let me see. I have like 30 seconds. And oh, you know what I'm going to add to this too? Some text. Definitely some text. And have fun. See you next time. Have a good night. Bye.